A different factor we have from older players.
There's a preventive role. Each morning we have Rob looking after all the youngsters, and he does various exercises every morning with them in the gym, and this of course helps reduce the risk factor of injury.
The most common injuries are the same as with senior players, really. It's ankle and knee ligament injuries, and then muscle strains to the leg, occasional back problems.
Well, I come down 3 or 4 times a week, and if there's any medical problems, sore throats, tonsillitis, that sort of thing, we sort those out. Chest infections, a variety of minor medical complaints. If it's a medical problem, of course, obviously he's examined and we make our decisions then there on the spot whether he continues to play or not. If it's a physical problem due to injury, Jim and I might have a consultation before deciding which is the best line to proceed on.
Are you ever under pressure to declare a player prematurely fit after injury?
Never. That's the manager. He never, ever puts me under that sort of pressure. Never.
Injury isn't the only thing to affect a player's game.
With any growing boy, that there's all 101 problems, it could be different things. But we're very fortunate we have a tremendous club chaplain, John Boyers, who takes over all these types of responsibilities.
I guess I talk to the players about anything and everything, really. I try to be a friend of the club, and if there's any problem, and some of them are quite small, some of them are quite large, you're there and you're available to help.
Are you kept busy?
I'm kept very busy. It's a very, very big club indeed.
Well, at the moment we have 70 players, but we only have about 15 over 23, so it's a young club. But then we have 150 staff at Old Trafford, right from the boardroom right down to the laundry ladies, with Nora in charge in that laundry. She's a wonderful girl.
The kit comes at lunchtime after they've trained, and we do all the training kit then. And then they train again in the afternoon, and we do that the next morning. There's 70 of everything, like as regards the training kit. And then you've got your match shirts as well.
The amount of equipment that comes through this laundry is unbelievable. This training kit comes in every day. So the girls, like, they never have 5 minutes to themselves. I mean, they'll just have their lunch while they're working. That's how busy it is in the laundry.
How do you manage such a large workforce?
Well, it's difficult, but you have to have a really good assistant, and I have one, and Brian Kidd. He's done a fantastic job here.
Brian Kidd signed for Manchester United as a schoolboy, went on to have a glittering first-team career, and later became youth development officer.
You never lose the policy he's trying to bring into the club, i.e. the youth policy. Right through the club, we're all very keen on it, to bring young talent through. And it's great when the first team just give the time, they speak to the kids and they really look after them. They encourage the kids. I'm not just saying it. The first team has a terrific spirit amongst them. And it obviously filters through to the young kids, right down to the schoolboys.
When they come down and play in the junior games, or if you progress up and play in a reserve game or even in the first team squad, players like Brian Robson go out of the way to help you.
Well, when I first came here as a schoolboy, there was a very decent programme for the kids, but I think the manager, since he's come here, he's set out his stall to improve the youth side and the schoolboy side of the club, and I think you can see by the amount of players that are coming through now that it's working. Obviously, the name of United has a great appeal, and when I came here for the very first time, I knew that I wanted to be here. I've been very fortunate to play in sides. I've won things as well, and I think if you do get an opportunity to come here, you've got to go for it and enjoy yourself, because you never know what could happen. Ryan's proof of that.
What did your parents think of you coming to Manchester United?
Obviously they were thrilled, because Manchester United is one of the biggest clubs in the world, so obviously they were thrilled, and they knew that I'd always wanted to be a footballer, so couldn't have come to a better place, really.
Was it always going to be Manchester United? Were they always his team?
Yeah, always.
Why?
I don't know, I think it just stems back to them always being a great team from the past and always having a big following, and he just was always a Red.
Were you glad he'd signed?
Yeah, very glad. Obviously, because it was a career for him, it was a job.
As I say, I think he's the best in the world at the moment, and can only get better. He's still only 19, It's frightening when you think he's not going to hit his peak until he's 28.
What do you make of Alex Ferguson, the way he's been with Ryan Giggs? Do you applaud it? Do you agree with it? Do you think he's done a good job with him?
I think he's done great, yeah. I think he's handled the situation perfectly, because this kid's coming, he's, you know, he really is a superstar.
What does Ryan think of the current youth squad and the club's policies?
I think it's very good, because they're starting at all ages now, really, the centre of excellence. You know, they're 10, 11 years, 12 years of age, and coaching staff are doing really well. And it showed by the youth team the last few years.
We've had a fantastic spell, you know, where we can say, right, it works. Manchester United's youth policy definitely works.
They've got a very strong side, and I'm quite sure that a few of them will be in the first team.
But how will these youngsters progressing to the first team handle the inevitable fame and the media pressures?
Well, when you come to a club like Manchester United, I mean, you've got to be able to handle the media. And at the moment, organised by Paul McGuinness, there's media training at the club, and people from local radio come in and they test us and try and catch us out. It's very good.
It's brilliant. I mean, a small stadium, and it was, well, 3 sides of the ground were packed. And unlike Old Trafford, I mean, at Old Trafford it's only going to be one side packed, but probably a bigger crowd, so...
The media course was great. It really helped all the young lads to be confident in front of the camera, really, so I think it did all of us a world of good.
What do you think of the youth programme here? Are they good to you?
Yeah, it's got a very good youth programme here. Because we've got the best coaches, like, most of the lads go and progress through their England. It's like 6 of them went last year, so I think we have the best youth programme in the country.
It's a great atmosphere to work in. We all have a laugh, as well as being serious, and it's good.
There's a good atmosphere between the coaches, players, and although we know we're here to play football, or we're here to be footballers, they know when to have a laugh and a joke.
So if you can't play here, you can't play anywhere. Even when it's empty, it's got an atmosphere. It's just the place is just buzzing. And I mean, I was here for the last game of last season when they won it, and it was like putting the clock back. So it's a special place, you know. And even the opposition love coming here to play, you know, because it lifts them. You know, don't usually get too much when they get here, but so it's a special club, that's for sure.
Well, now you've seen what's on offer here at Old Trafford, can there really be any other choice?
After all, this is Manchester United. Sir Matt Busby created something that no one could possibly imagine could be done. He has made this club. He's made the tradition the standard. He's made the romance. And all I'm trying to do is to live by that. And anyone who does come here has to live by that standard. But the one thing you should never do is try to copy or emulate or compare yourself with Sir Matt Busby.
Barcelona, Real Madrid, they will make a gallantry, but they only know the reason why we roll.